Hello, welcome back to Reads of an Apple. My name is Stacy and I am here to start week 10. It is late Sunday night. It is just about 10:30. But the Avalanche post-game shows just finished, and of course it went into overtime, so it was a super late game tonight. But they ended up losing in overtime, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. It's okay. It just sucks because our goaltender tonight played so well, and it just sucks that there was a miscommunication from the guys, not the goaltender on the ice, during a shift change in overtime, and then one of the Seattle guys got a breakaway, and that was like the fourth or fifth breakaway of the game, and Georgie got every single one before that except for that one. So you knew at some point there was going to be one he wasn't going to be able to stop. But anyway, as for some reading updates, well, before I do that, I have started officially working on boxes. It probably doesn't look any different. Maybe there's a couple new boxes because a couple of these ones up top are empty because I'm trying to save the ones that look somewhat decent for either to go through later, because I'm just going to try to quickly go through things and be like, this is trash, this is clothing that needs to be washed before I can decide what to do with it, this is holiday, these are board games. So I'm just like right now just kind of trying to organize stuff. It just is hard to start that because I had very little space. But even though it doesn't look like I did much here, I can completely access my front door and my coat closet and my snow boots. I have a little like boot tray, so I can access all that again. So I ended up doing, I think 19 boxes today. I think technically it's 20. Because I also did something else, but it wasn't technically a box. But so I didn't end up doing any yesterday because I wasn't in a very good emotional headspace to really kind of start going through them. But I feel happy that, I've taken that, like I've worked on the other stuff, but nothing that was in this massive pile here. It was stuff that was either in the hallway or by my, laundry machines, or I had some stuff outside on the porch, and I hadn't taken anything really except for like random stuff that wasn't in boxes from the big one. So it feels nice that I finally got that. But let me tell you, I am sore. But because yesterday I just wasn't in the mood to kind of really do anything, I was able to find my sister's Christmas present. And yes, I know we're in the beginning of March, but because of the moving situation, I haven't really had time to work on, well, that's not true. I had time, and then I hadn't unpacked the yarn that I had planned for some of the Christmas gifts that I gave IOUs for. So last night when I was just like watching ghost TV shows and stuff on Travel Channel and just kind of letting it just continuously play, I was like, instead of just playing on my phone or reading, doing commercials, I was like, I want to feel somewhat productive. So I finished my sister's Christmas present, which is great. So I made her this. So this is I guess technically it would be like a leg warmer, but so this goes on the heel, and so you wear it, and it's supposed to be for like boots, or if you're wearing socks and walking around the house, and you just want something a little bit extra. But you can see down below is my Linktree, and my Ravelry account is linked into that, so you can see the pattern and all of that. It was for free on Ravelry, and it's called the Lake Town socks because it's inspired by Lake Town from Lord of the Rings. So I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. I had one of them. I had just, because you start on this end and then you work your extended singles, and then you work your pattern repeat, and then you do your cuff at the top. And I had done like the first couple repeats of this. So last night in just a couple of hours, I was able to finish one and completely make the other one. So I have hers done. So I will wrap it up and let her know, hey, I finally got your Christmas present done. Although hers, because I had already started it, was packed separately. So my next goal is to try to figure out where I packed one of the other ones I still have to do, and then get a little project bag set up out here. So if I do find myself just laying on the couch staring at the TV, I can try to be somewhat productive. But I'm excited I got that done, so I can get that to her. And then I have my brother and his girlfriend, my boss, and then my 2 friends. But I got their daughters done, but I need to do theirs. And his is super easy. My brother's is an amigurumi, so it's a lot of fine detail work, but it shouldn't take me too long. Maybe just a couple of nights, depending on how much like time I can put into it. But I don't know. Now that I've started boxes, I might just try to work on boxes, but we'll see. Anyway, to book stuff, I did manage to finish on Saturday Last Sacrifice by Rochelle Mead. And I'm gonna give this one a 4 stars. I mean, but I enjoyed it better than the previous 2 books, but I kind of want to still give it a 3.5. I don't know why. I just am being super grouchy with these books. But I really enjoyed this. I really, once again, enjoyed Lissa's story, and her and Christian. Where I got frustrated with was Rose and Dimitri's relationship, because she is like technically still with Adrian till like 85-90% of the way in, or something ridiculous. And there is cheating in this, and I get Dimitri's like her soulmate, so to speak, but she's still technically with Adrian. And then when she does have a couple of different chances to talk to Adrian, both before and after she cheated on him, she doesn't. She puts it off. Oh, I'll do it in person. Oh, now's not the time. Oh, and I'm just like, just tell him. Just tell him. So that what kind of, and usually cheating doesn't like bother me depending on the circumstances, but because I do like Adrian and she does care for him, and I know that this is YA, and I know that she's young, but I do wish that there was a difference made, because she talks about how she does love Adrian. And I'm like, but you love him more as a friend than as like a significant other. And that doesn't mean that you're in love with him, because there is a difference. But this is an older series, so maybe that wasn't, it's hard to know when that was really kind of pushed, that there's a difference between those just in our vernacular and things like that. But I'm gonna give it 4 stars. There's a lot that happened in this book. I do think that it took a little too long to get to where they need to head back to the court, because they find, you know, there was Sydney, and then they finally find the teacher that turned into a Strigoi because she was a spirit user, because it came to light that she might possibly know who the half sister is of Lissa. And then Victor and his brother showed back up, and so we had this really weird ragtag group of people. And then we have dealing with getting the half sister on board and her parents on board, and then the guardians come after them. So then Rose and Dimitri run off, and then they end up teaming up with Sonia, and we find out that Victor and his brother stole the girl. But Sonia somehow... but when Sonia teams up with Rose and Dimitri, Sonia is able to do the dream-walking spirit stuff, so they're able to go get the girl back. And then Rose ends up killing Victor in like a weird spirit, like... takeover. And then she was very, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like she took Victor's death a little too hard based on the situation. And I get that that's like the first person that she's killed that wasn't a Strigoi, really, or an enemy, but he was kind of an enemy. And yeah, he was the frail old man, but he obviously could still be a problem. I mean, I don't know. I thought that was a little overdone. And I don't know. There was something else that I remember just kind of being disappointed in, but I can't remember what it was. But it felt like... I don't remember what event made me think this, but there were some twists and turns added that made me feel like it was intentionally happening to drag out what was going on because we needed time to pass, when we could have just not had those conversations because they created unnecessary drama, and we could have just been like... they've been driving for 3 days. Like, we didn't need... it just felt like unnecessary drama added in to cause contention between characters to then draw out the plot because we needed the timelines to match between what's happening at the court and all the stuff going on with Rose and Dimitri and traveling all over the country. So, I don't know. And then when we find out who the actual murderer is or when we know that Rose hears the description of who the actual murderer is of the Queen Tatiana, we then see her have a couple different conversations where she shares this information with a couple people. And I got kind of frustrated because the author was like making a point to be like, it's going to be a big reveal. It's not going to be who you're thinking. But we didn't need that. Like, if you're going to do that, just don't tell us and jump. Like, I don't need to see her having 3 conversations with people talking about how, oh, I know the description. Oh, are you sure that's the description of the person? And I can't believe it's this person. Like, everything was so vague. And I was just like, I get it. You want it to be a big reveal. I was already anticipating it when we heard the description and the chapter ended. I didn't need Rose to then go have several conversations to be like, it's going to be a big reveal. It's going to be a big reveal. And I guessed who it was anyway. So it wasn't that big of a reveal. So yeah, as you can see, there were still things that kind of frustrated me with it. But for Christian and for Lissa, I give this book 4 stars. For Rose and Dimitri and the Adrian situation, and I don't know what's going on with Adrian. I know people loved Adrian. I don't know. He kind of turned me off a couple of times. And I felt bad for him. But then I was like, you're supposed to be older than all these people. And it seems like you're... I don't know. I don't know. But I guess he's a part of the spin-off series, which is like Bloodlines. And I don't know if that's going to be a part of the read-along or not. But we'll see when the live show happens. But yeah, so I finally finished that and returned it back to the library. And then as for the other book I'm reading right now, I am continuing on with Song of the Forever Rains by E.J. Mello. I'm reading this for a fantasy new to me author vlog, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I pretty much just listened to the audiobook all day today when I was working on boxes and around the house, and I'm at 71%, so I should be able to finish it here soon. So yeah, I'm very, very intrigued and excited, and yeah, but definitely check out that vlog when it's up to see my full thoughts on this book. And then the other, oh, I forgot to mention, back to Last Sacrifice. Shelby has not posted Love Has Sprung, but I know she's probably got stuff going on with her family because she hasn't posted in a very long time. So if Love Has Sprung at some point pops back up, I will be applying any of the books I've read during that time frame to Love Has Sprung. But otherwise, this is only working for my Read What You Own and for Gildathon. And for the Gildathon prompt, this is the final book in the series. So I'm not doing one of the normal reading prompts. You get the extra points for being the final book in a series. So there's that. And then tomorrow, Monday, starts the next round of the Romance Takeover Readathon. If you haven't, I have my March TBR up there where I kind of touch base on what I would like to read. And I should have grabbed it before I sat down here, but let me just pull it out because I have all my want to read books for the month on my table here. So I am plan on picking up The Ugly Stepsister first. I don't know if I'll start it tonight or if I'll pick it up tomorrow. I might try to finish that audiobook tonight, but this is going to be the physical / ebook that I pick up first. So I'm very, very excited to finally get to The Ugly Stepsister. Book 4 is coming in April 20th, I think. So it's coming soon. And yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. So I plan to start that tonight or tomorrow. And that is that. So let us do the quest calendar. So let me grab my stuff. And if you have not seen one of my weekly vlogs before, I have been playing the quest calendar. So it is a daily calendar based off of tabletop role-playing games like D&D, Pathfinder. It's a D20 based. It's created by Sundial Games, who, fun fact, is a Colorado-based business. But the 2023 theme is the Voidspark Chronicles. So we are in space. It's like a space opera, sci-fi. I mean, think Star Wars, Star Trek, Firefly, all the good ones. And that is where we're at. So I have been playing as Zarilla Tur, and she is an Urzen Mystic. So Urzen is her race and Mystic is her class, and we leveled up not too long ago. So there is that. And this, if you're wondering, is their companion book. So it's really nice because it's got like these special laminated pages with an erasable marker that comes with it. And then all of your level ups are pretty much here. So you just kind of have to make minor notes when you level up instead of having to completely change your character sheet. So it's definitely, if you are interested in Quest Calendar, I definitely recommend getting the companion book because it is very helpful. Okay, so let me move things around. Alrighty, so we are on a quest right now. We went after a traitor on a mission to capture him. And then when we arrived, we saw his ship had been shot down and he crash landed. And we had found out that why he became a traitor and went to this planet that wasn't on his scheduled route is because his family is being blackmailed and being held on this planet. And where we left off on Friday was we found this cave area where we think his family might be hidden. Now, this is what the quest calendar looks like. So all of the script type text, this is the story, and then anything in a block font in a box. These are the mechanics that we're going to be using to play the story. And then if it's a combat page, there'll also be a square with a table of what kind of rolls we're going to have to make. But so here's where we ended up Friday, and all of the information that we need to play is on the back of the previous day page. So you will see that. So here's Fridays, and let's see what this weekend brings. Okay, so we are on a map of the inside of the cave. So yeah, it looks like they built a little bunker or something in here. And then, like I said, all of our information we need is on that page. So let's see what it says. You've made it inside the bunker. Now try to find Alex's family. So begin at the X and navigate around the bunker. Visit each numbered room along your path. Explore and resolve each room you visit before you choose your next. Okay, so alright, so we are here. So if we go up, it looks like 2 is the first doorway we come to. And then 3 would be next. And then 6. And then we've got 2 and 4. And then we have 1 over here. So we're going to go in that route and see what happens. So we're starting off at number 2. Okay, you found a chamber full of prison cells. This could be where Alex's family is being held. You may stop exploring now, or you may continue exploring and return here when you are done. We will do that because I like to explore. So then next is number 3. This room holds storage crates. Perhaps something of value is in them, but they are sealed shut. So we need a strength roll reminder locksmith. We do not have the locksmith skill, and our strength is a -2, so that's great. So let me pull out my dice bin here. So we will roll our d20 and -2. And that is a 17. Okay, I'm okay with that. So 15 total. Let's see what it says. What room was this again? 3? Alright, if the result is 13 or more, you find 5 credits and 1 ship parts. Cool. Alright, so then we'll hit number 6, which is that center of the hallway area. A group of the Stitcher creatures are patrolling the hallway. Get past them quietly. So a dexterity roll reminder stealthy. We do not have stealthy, but our dexterity is a +3. Alrighty. And that is an 18, so 21. If the result is 11 or more, you are quiet and get past the patrol easily. Perfect. Alright, so on to going down that little hallway. So we come to room number 5 first. Or at least that doorway we hit first. So most of the equipment in here appears to suggest this room is a control center for the bunker, but there is a strange device glowing in the center of the room. Roll a wisdom roll, reminder, arcane adept, and investigator. And we do have arcane adept, so that will give us a +2, and our wisdom is a +3, so we get a +5 to this roll. That's fun. And ooh, that is a 1. So I'm going to use our special ability of Time Step, which is once per page, re-roll any die and take the new result. And we literally can't do any worse. So let's roll again here. 16, so 21. Okay, if the result is 12 or more, the device is receiving a signal from a different solar system in the Zenula Prime galaxy. The signal has mind-altering and controlling properties. Interesting. Okay. So then room number 4 is next. Upon entering this room, a cold draft and a pungent odor hit you. There are limbs of various creatures and species hanging from the ceiling and wrapped in ice in bins around the room. This is a refrigerator where the Stitchers store spare organic parts. That's right, because they're like Frankenstein monster creatures. Oh. Okay, so this is a Constitution roll, reminder, danger sense. And our Constitution is a +1, and we do have danger sense. So total of +3. And that is a 19, so 22. What room is this again? 4? Okay. If the result is 15 or more, spores from rotted meat cause you to feel sick. Reduce your health by 1. That's the good roll. Okay. All right, and then the final room we have is room number 1. A medical table sits in the middle of this room. Several lights and sharp rusted instruments hang from chains above the table. Puddles of stagnant blood pool on the floor. What the pilot told you might be correct. This nightmare of a room must be where these stitchers do their surgery to remove and replace parts. You have a chance to sabotage the equipment and save some lives. Intellect roll, reminder, engineering. We do not have engineering, and our intellect is a 0. So roll well. 16. Okay. What do we need here? If the result is 10 or more, you have thoroughly destroyed every important machine in the surgery room. This may buy you some time in rescuing the family. Gain a +2 bonus to your rolls on the next page. Heck yeah. Okay, yeah. Super exciting. So I'm going to make a note. +2 to rolls on 3, 6. Perfect. All right. And then that is it for the map. So once again, we started here, and then we came up, and then we found these, what looked to be prison cells. And then we came up, and this was the storage area, and it's not focusing here. And then we went down this hallway, and this is the room where we saw the weird glowing device. And then here was the refrigerator room. And then we came back up here. And this was the surgery room where we destroyed everything. So then we'll come back down here and head back to room number 2. So that will be where we pick off tomorrow. And then the other thing is, on the weekends, they offered, starting this year, 2023, they offer what's called the Sunday lottery. So you roll a d6 if you would like. If you roll a 1 or a 2, you lose credits. But if you roll a 3 through 6, you gain credits. So we're going to do it. Might as well. Our chances are good that we'll end up gaining some credits, and that is a 3. So we gained 1 extra credit. So perfect. I will get those things added to my character sheet. And then let me just check my notes and make sure there wasn't anything. Nope. Okay. And that's all I have for you. So happy Sunday. I hope you had a good weekend, and I hope you have a good Monday and happy start of the Romance Takeover Readathon. I will be doing a dedicated vlog for the readathon. So I'm just throwing that out there. So that should be up sometime around the same time as this video, because the weeks coincide this time. But anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Hello, happy Tuesday. So I didn't do the clip yesterday. Just kind of a weird evening. Went grocery shopping and did stuff, and I honestly don't really know what I did. But yeah, I ended up not filming a clip. So we have a little bit of catch up to do, but let's talk books first. So yesterday at work, I did finish Song of the Forever Rains. Like I said, I'm listening to this in audiobook. It was great. I loved it. 5 stars. And I'm really excited to read the rest of the trilogy. And we got some hints on the other 2 sisters' romances, but we'll see when I pick those up. But I'm very excited for them. For reading challenges. I don't really have too much going on right now, but it worked for new to you author And it also worked for the Read What You Own quarterly challenges, which both end this month. And then for Guildathon, I applied this to the musical prompt, which is a book where music plays like a key role. And since their magic is based around music, I thought that was one of the reasons I picked this over a different fantasy for that vlog. And then I will also mention, technically, it's the Romance Takeover Readathon going on right now. And since I finished it during the Romance Takeover Readathon, and I read most of it once it had started, I'm going to apply it to the Romance Takeover Readathon anyway. So I've already finished one book for it, which is great. And I'm just going to briefly mention that in the Romance Takeover Readathon vlog. And then leave all of my thoughts for my fantasy new to me authors vlog. So it's in all these different things, but I'm making it work. I'm stretching it out to cover all possible bases. But anyway, I liked it. As for what I have picked up next, last night when I went to bed, I did start The Ugly Stepsister finally, and I am on chapter 14 and I am 90 pages in. So this will be on my Romance Takeover vlog, but I wanted to at least let you know that I am currently reading. So I am reading this physically, obviously. And then I also started an audiobook today, but I'm not too far in it. I think I'm only like 8% in, but I started the takeover, so we'll see how that goes. That is a favorite book of Jen's from the Book Refuge. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm excited to see how both of these kind of go. But that's it for bookish stuff. And I don't really have anything else. So let's do the quest calendar since we have 2 days to catch up on. So when I last left you on Monday, we were exploring here and we ended up in the prison cells. Okay. Oh, yep. These people look like the pilot. So I guess that's his family. Look at the cute little baby alien. Oh my gosh. You find Alex's family trapped inside a prison chamber in the bunker. There are other prisoners you may be able to help. Yeah, help all the prisoners. Thank you. Okay, so for number 1, there are 3 options. Pick the lock, force open the lock, or smash the lock. And then number 2 is optional, help the other prisoners. And that will be a dexterity check. So let me look at my stats here. So we've got a dexterity based with locksmith, or just a dexterity base, and then a strength based, and then just straight roll damage. I'm gonna go dex based. We're gonna try to pick the lock, even though we don't have locksmith. We at least have a +3 to our dexterity. So let me get my dice out here, and let's see what happens. Come on, roll well. Okay, that is 13, so we are at a +3. But we get another +2 from yesterday, from Monday's stuff. Okay, so all right, so 13, 15 plus our +3, so 18. I don't know why math is so hard for me right now. All right, if the result is 15 or more, the lock clicks open. Nice work. Cool. Alrighty. And then on to number 2, which is help the other prisoners, but it does say it's optional, but we are going to attempt to. So once Alex's family is free, the other prisoners begin crying for your help as well. You will have to work quickly if you are going to help more people. So we do gain 1 virtue point no matter what. That's not based off of what happens. Okay, so let us see. So this is another dexterity roll, and then reminder locksmith. Once again, so it'll be the same. And the +2 was to all rolls on tomorrow's page, not just to help Alex's family. So that's great. So we have another +5. So let's see. That is that a 14 or a 19? That's a 14. Okay, so 19 total. Okay, we just needed a 15 or more. You free all the prisoners from their cells. Oh, yay. Okay, that makes me happy. All right, so there was Monday's events. So I'm assuming Tuesday. So we have officially rescued his family and all the other prisoners. I'm assuming now we're going to have to try to get back to the ship. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the first time that we've like seen artwork for these Stitchers creatures. Wow. Wow, that's creepy. That's very creepy. Okay. You are nearly out of the bunker before another one of the Stitchers comes charging at you from the shadows. It enters the light and you finally get a good look at what these monsters look like as it launches an attack at you. So it looks like we're going to have 4 rounds against this one guy, and wisdom roll, an attack roll, and damage. So let us switch over here. So it looks like we will have to make a wisdom roll before every attack roll to avoid becoming frightened. All right. So that is... So our wisdom is a +3. Our attack is a +5. And our damage is 2d8 + 1. So let's just get to it. So round number 1. So wisdom first. And that is a 10. So we have 13. Okay, so we needed a 9 or more to avoid becoming frightened. So, perfect. We are good there. So now attack. All right, and that is a 19, so 24 to attack. And we need 13 or more. So now I will roll a damage. Perfect. Alrighty, and that is, 7. High roller. 2d8? Yes, 2d8. And another 7. Okay, fun. So 14, so 15 total damage. Okay, we needed 6 or more to stun him, so he is stunned. And that means he won't attack us. So we can just move on to round 2. So, wisdom roll. It's over a 9 on the die, which is perfect. So attacking is a 9, so that's 14. Yep, and we needed 13 again. So damage. So 3. Whoop. And 6. So that's 12 total damage. And this time we needed 5 or more damage to stun him. Perfect. So on to round number 3. So wisdom is a 12 on the dice. So we are good. And that is a 5 to attack, which only puts us at a +10. So I'm going to use time step, which allows us to re-roll a die and take the new result once per page. So we're going to go ahead and use it for today. Might as well. And, okay, better. That's a 13. So we hit once again because it's still 13 to hit. And damage is 6 and 7. So 8 total damage. And we need 7 or more to stun him that time. So on to round number 1. And hopefully reroll well, because we don't get another reroll this page. All right, that is an 8 on the die, but an 11 total for our wisdom. So we still meet. So we are still not frightened, which is great. And then to attack is a 14. So we hit. So damage the final time. All right, so that is a 5 and another 5. So 11 damage for round 4. Okay, and we needed 5 or more to stun him. Perfect. Okay, so collect 1 credit for each round you stun the Stitcher, so we get 4 credits. If you dealt a total of 15 or more damage, you defeated the Stitcher. Collect 2 additional credits. Okay, I wasn't keeping track, but we definitely did 15 more because we just did 11. So, and we were able to stun him each round. So that, yeah, we're good there. So we get 6 credits and he is officially defeated. But it doesn't say that he's dead. So we'll see. We might have more stuff coming up with him tomorrow, but we'll just have to wait until tomorrow. So super quick update today, and that's all I have. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Happy hump day tomorrow, and I hope you had a great day. And I should mention the Avs won 6-0 tonight. So, and I slept through almost 2 full periods of the game. I saw the first goal, and then I woke up during the second intermission and saw they were up 6-0 and was like, oh, okay. So, yeah. But anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I was going to tell you what time it is, but I don't know if you really care, but it's just after 6. I came home today and I'm running a little behind my schedule, but I needed to finish getting last week's vlog edited and exporting. So I have that going, and I was going to make some dinner, and I thought, oh, before I sit down and make dinner and then potentially get sucked into some boxes or something, let me just film my clips now and get them out of the way for tonight. So, very quick reading update. I am still working on The Ugly Stepsister, and I dropped it and it bent the cover. It's like super bad. And it just, I don't know, it just somehow landed and just flipped it and landed face side down. But anyway, so that is how far I'm at. I am on page 200 and on chapter 28. And I'm loving it so far. I'm absolutely loving it. I am flying through it. And depending on what happens, I can see myself staying up late tonight to finish it, because things are starting to get gray. But like I've mentioned, I will be talking about this at length for my Romance Takeover readathon vlog. But yeah, if you want to know more about this, definitely check out that vlog, because I have things to talk about. And then I haven't really read any of the audiobook that I have going today. So that's really the only reading update I have for you. So let's just do the quest calendar, and we'll just have a super short clip for today. So yesterday we fought this big Stitcher dude. So let's see what happens today. Okay, it looks like we are back in our ship and we are escaping. So you race to the Fang to escape. The Stitchers start up their ships to pursue you. So we're going to have airship combat, I guess, with 4 different ships. So aim is what we do to attack, and then evasion if we do not take them out first. So let me pull these things out of here. So I will flip to our ship character sheet here. Boop. All right. So our aim is a 15 and our evasion is a 10 if we need it. And this is a D100. So we will roll the D10 and my percentile die, and we'll get things going here. So ship number 1. So aim is first, and that is a 54, so 69. All right, for ship number 1, we needed an aim roll of 60 or more. Cool. So our shot hits and we take no damage. All right, so then on to ship number 2. And that is a 66, so that we're at 81, right? Yeah. And for ship number 2, we needed 45 or more, so we are good. On to ship number 3. That is 89, so that puts us at 104. Ship number 3, we needed 65 or more, so we are good. And then on to ship number 4. That is 50 on the dot. That's crazy. So 65 total. Oh, and ship number 4 needed 50 or more, so perfect. We are all good. Collect 1 credit for each ship you hit. So that is another 4 credits because we hit all 4. Once you get near the city, the ships fall behind. Perhaps they are preparing to regroup. Okay, so it sounds like we got more air combat coming tomorrow. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. We are under 5 minutes, so I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to stop talking at you. And I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a good Thursday. Hello. So I did it again. Happy Sunday. Yeah, there was a lot that went on. Thursday night, I actually ended up working on a bunch of boxes, so I didn't film a clip. And then Friday night, I finally made a live show for the Romance Takeover Readathon, and I just read the rest of the night, and then I went to bed and read some more. So that's why I also took Cheese in Friday morning to get her next round of blood work done. So we'll see. I should get the results. I didn't get them yesterday, so I should get the results on Monday to see how her thyroid's looking. But she gained some weight, which is exciting. She's up to 5.2 pounds. And when I called my aunt to tell her the good news, she was like, every ounce matters. So she's doing good. And it's a really good sign that she's able to put some weight back on. So I'll just keep over spoiling her to help her gain some of that weight back. But she's doing good. I can't believe she's 21 years old. But she's very lonely because I've been up doing stuff all day today. And she's been following me around. And she won't leave me alone. She just wants cuddles all day. But once I get stuff caught up, I did 18 boxes, I think it was Thursday night, which sounds like a lot, but a lot of them were little boxes, and most of them were books. I was getting books unboxed. So I have a bunch of books in my bedroom, just kind of piled on that bookshelf because I want to go through and see what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. I found a lot of my books like growing up, like my Babysitters Club and my Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen It Takes Two series, and a lot of my like kid books, and then I found a good chunk of the historicals and paranormals that I had in like high school and college. And so I do want to kind of go through and see what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of. I have a lot of the Stephanie Plum books by Janet Ivanovich because my sister loved them, my grandfather loved them, my mom loved them. My sister had all of them, so any of the Janet Ivanovich books, she just was like, here, you can have them. So now I have like, some of them I have like 3 copies. I have my hardback, I have my mom's hardback, and then I bought the paperback because I'm not a big fan of hardbacks. So I have a huge box of books already to take to the used bookstore. So we'll see, and I'll keep going through them. I don't know, part of me wants to keep them, but at the same time, I don't think I'm ever going to reread them. And I stopped reading them before she hit book 20 because I was getting kind of tired of the romance being so drawn out, and I just wanted, I don't know, it just kind of started feeling formulaic, and I was kind of over the series at that point. And I was kind of tired of the whole love triangle situation, which is what kept me reading the books in the first place, because I had the person that I was rooting for. This was my version of Twilight, of like Team Edward, Team Jacob, and it was Team, Morelli? Maybe it wasn't Morelli, but there was the dude who she had stuff with when she was a kid, who's now a police officer, and then there was, the dude who owned like the private investigation, former military dude, who was super sexy, but I didn't like him, was Stephanie. I liked Stephanie and the cop. And then I was like, the other dude needs someone better for him. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of decisions I have to make there. But anyway, I read some books on Thursday and Friday and Wednesday night after I last updated you. So Wednesday night, I did finish The Ugly Stepsister for the readathon. 5 stars. I loved it. And like I said, check out the dedicated vlog to see my full thoughts on this. But 5 stars. I loved it. As for the other reading challenges, I was able to apply this to. This was my final prompt for the Starbucks quarterly reading challenge. So this I used for Dragon Drink, which one of the options was a fairy tale retelling. So that one is officially done and perfect timing. And I should mention they have already posted the quarterly challenge that's coming up. So it will run March 15th through June 14th. I'll link the Goodreads group that I participate in down below. But this one will have 30 prompts and then bonus options again. And all of the themes are around the Pretty Pretty Princess board game, which is not a board game I played a lot growing up. But it's going to be an easy one because most of the prompts are cover based, like colors on the cover, items from the game on the cover. So I feel like this one is a lot easier to meet. So that'll be nice. So definitely check out the readers group. I enjoy it for all the different reading challenges that they do. So, this also worked for Read What You Own. And then for Guildathon, I use this for, because this is the last book in an ongoing series that's been published, so I was able to use this for the 10 plus points instead of just the 5 points from a prompt. And I'm excited for book 3 to come out in April. And then Wednesday night was when I was in the bath before I finished The Ugly Stepsister. I wanted to read off my Kindle just to kind of keep things a little safer, and I ended up picking up How to Marry a Marble Marquis by C.M. Nascosta. This is the first of her books that I've read, and this was a new release that came out at the end of February that's a part of the multi-author Monsters Ball series. I liked it. 4 stars. It was fun. A monster historical romance. So Regency times fantasy romance. And it was fun. I can't remember if I said this. I gave it 4 stars. So for what this, and I also read this for the readathon. Everything I read this week is applying to the readathon because it's just romance takeover. So any romance applies to it. But otherwise, this worked for the new to me author reading challenge. So I have met my minimum of 2 new to me authors for March. So officially I can be done with the challenge because it runs through the end of March, but I will continue to try to pick up more new to me authors this month. But my minimum requirement is done, which is great. This also worked for Read What You Own because it's on Kindle Unlimited. And then for Guildathon, I use this for illustrated book because one of the options for that is it has a beautiful cover. I think it's gorgeous. So yeah, I started that Wednesday night and then I ended up finishing that on Thursday night. And then Friday morning, I started at the vet because I just had my Kindle with me. I was like, oh, this was it. The next physical book I wanted to pick up was Vivian Lorette's new book, but I didn't have it with me at the vet because I didn't think ahead that far in advance. It was hard enough getting the kitty ready to go on time. So yeah, I picked up Broken by the Horde King because I just went through what I already had downloaded on my Kindle, and this one was the one that screamed at me, hey, choose me. I could not pick it. I was like, oh yes, I need to finish this series. So I started that Friday. And Friday night, this is the book I read during the reading sprints. I think I ended at about 68%. So I'm mostly through this. And then as for the takeover, I'm only about I was at like 50 something percent of it after listening to it off and on at work on Friday. So yeah, the plan is to finish it this weekend and finish up the readathon this weekend. So I'm just gonna kind of leave it at that, and we'll do the quest calendar. So we have 2 days to do. We need to catch up on Thursday and Friday. So where I left you on Wednesday, we were escaping from the, what are they called? Stitchers. So let's see if we make it off planet. Ooh, okay. So we've still got battles going on, but it looks like we're out in space. We're off of the planet. You get the Fang back and dock to the Karnak. You waste no time and quickly take off to leave the planet. As you are breaking atmosphere, you are swarmed by more Stitcher ships. Of course, because why not? So it looks like we've got 4 ships that we're going to have to deal with. So aim and evasion for all 4. So let me get my dice out and we'll just get right to it. So once again, our aim is a 15, and if we need evasion, it is a +10. So I will grab my percentile and D10 and we'll just get into it. So ship number 1. And this is a 62, so 75. Okay, if your aim roll is 65 or more, your shot hits and you take no damage. Perfect. So there's ship 1. On to ship 2. That is an 87, so 102. And ship 2, we needed 55 or more, so perfect. So ship 3 is 68, so 83. And ship 3, we needed 60 or more. Perfect. And then ship number 4 is 32. So 47. I'm nervous. Oh. We needed 40 or more. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness. I was like, oh no, we might have to take damage. Perfect. So we beat ship 4. We beat all 4. So collect 1 credit for each ship you hit. Perfect. So we'll gain 4 credits total. It is apparent you will be overwhelmed soon if you continue to fight. Captain Kalis calls for Askell to fire up the Void Spark engine. There aren't many ships in the galaxy that can keep pace with the power of a Void Spark ship. Once the path is plotted, Niley engages the thrusters and you blast out of the system. You leave the planet Athelia and head back to Germanus. The Senator is waiting for you to return to Dressa with the pilot Alex. Okay, let's like our hyperspeed kind of situation here, except it's Void Spark. Fun! Okay, perfect. So that was Thursday, so we managed to get out of there without any damage. So let's see what Friday brings. Okay. Looks like we make it back safe and sound. You dock the Karnak back on Germanus. You need to turn Askell into the authorities so he can stand trial. Some may seek to harm him due to the traitorous accusations against him. I think it means Alex. Because Askell is one of our crew members. Others may try to steal him and claim the bounty as... Or wait, what? Some may seek to harm him due to the traitorous accusations against him. Others may try to steal him and claim the bounty as their own. You will need to protect Askell, I think it's supposed to be Alex, while he is in your custody. So number 1, try to disguise him, which is a charisma roll, and 2 is protect him, which is a constitution roll. Alright, so know their information, so try to disguise him. So charisma, reminder, stealthy. So let me go back to my character sheet from the ship. Okay, so our charisma is a -2. And we are not stealthy, so that's great. Okay, so -2. Great. 19. Okay, I'm okay with that. So 17. All right, if the result is 15 or more, you disguise see, they keep calling him Askell. I think they have it wrong here. So you disguise him very well. Only a trained eye would be able to spot him as the traitorous pilot. Unfortunately, a bounty hunter has been stalking the port, looking to relieve him from whoever captured him and claim the reward herself. She spots his awkward demeanor as you try to conceal him amongst the crowd. So it doesn't matter. We're spotted by this person no matter what. Okay, so protect him, constitution roll. So our constitution is a +1. No other skills are applied. And that is a 20. Perfect. All right, that's exciting. So 21 total. If the result is 15 or more, you easily protect and defend him without causing a scene or drawing unnecessary attention to yourself. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so that is it for this week. And we are done with week 10. That's crazy. I can't believe we're already 10 weeks into 2023. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to leave me a comment below, why don't you let me know if you're participating in the Romance Readathon and what your favorite book is or was, depending on when you watch this video. If you'd like to just leave me an emoji instead, why don't you leave me something bodyguard related, something that screams bodyguard to you. But otherwise, like, subscribe if you already haven't, and I will see you all soon with another video.